9 out of 10, that's what he's doing. It's also clearing the way for you. It's like opening your path for the inheritance the same as his. So y'all working like Gemini twins. What's the difference in y'all ages?
He's 25. I'm 31. 25 or 26, and I just turned 31.
So it's like 5 or 6 years. 5 means turnaround. So yeah, if he's doing his shadow work, you can be benefiting from it. It would show up as a stellar dream. Stellar meaning stars. The stars being active. And in the energy signature, the stars represent your ancestors on the family tree. The Christmas tree is lit up with the stars, meaning the people that stand outs in your family. We use what nature shows us for the analysis. When we look in the sky at night, we see stars in the darkness. When we look at the darkness of the self, the family tree show us that we are the product of all of the stars that preceded us, meaning all of the other priests or prince or priestess and princes that rose from the family line. We are a continuation. So it's tying yourself to prime creation by using the energy of the stars as the map to determine how to become your greatest version of yourself. He's doing the shadow work. You reaping the benefit.
Oh, okay.
But you should probably go see him.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a lot of that in the comments, and that's not haphazard.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be a spiritual pilgrimage too. It's like Hansel finding Gretel. His sister was lost in the wilderness, and he got to find their way back home. By you going to where he at, touch him, that might give him the passport to freedom. Because you the spirit energy of the feminine, which gives him his protection. He's the masculine. In the spirit realm, the women protect the men. In the physical realm, the men protect the women. It's a trade-off. So while he's fighting the spiritual wars, you reap all the benefit.
Yeah, I'll be worried.
Yeah. So the exchange, the energy exchange is when you go see him, you reciprocate the spirit work he do in the physical realm. It's a trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
And you give him encouragement to continue to spiritually develop. And in turn, it makes you flourish in your physical world because he's your physical protector. You his spirit protector. Y'all got to work together.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you said that because my brothers, they just not on the right path at all.
You might be the passport to get them on the right path. Sometimes your influence be so great, but you don't always know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just your presence and a couple of encouraging words can go a long way to a guy in that condition. Believe me, I've been there.
I'm gonna go see him.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with my husband, baby. That was my only question. You sure? Okay.
You got
I'm
any
glad
questions?
you said that because I'd be worried about them. I really do. And I'm glad it was not the opposite.
He ain't your only brother that's locked up?
It's 8 of us. 2 of them is locked up, but I had it about, so it's 4 girls and 4 boys. I had it about the second oldest boy, the dream that I'm telling you about. Both
so
of them
I come from a family of 8, 4 boys, 4 girls.
That's crazy. Really? I've never met nobody.
I'm number 7.
Oh, okay. I'm the 4th girl. So we came first and then it's the boys. That's why I always wonder, was there something to that? I never met, you don't meet big families nowadays, and you definitely don't meet families like half and half. And the last 2 is a set of twins. So my last 2 brothers are twins.
Yeah. So the spirit work you can, by encouraging your brother, works for all of y'all. Y'all are on a Grateful 8 format.
What is that?
So it's 8 of y'all. The gratitude y'all give and showing support for each other is what heals y'all family's generational curses. It's a grateful 8 behind the sacred 8 ball. And that's how that's how you make your family. Okay, so what all you really trying to do in the physical world is make the family be closer.
Yeah, pretty much.
And if you take charge of that,
try to always bring us together, have all the holidays. Like, I'm the one to do everything.
Because you're gonna be the big mama when you get old. So
yeah, I feel like that.
you start now getting them conditioned early for the family to fall under one household during special events like holidays, right?
It don't even a holiday. I'm always trying to.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, you conditioning the family to always come to you.
Yeah.
You building. So that's how you know that you'll be a positive influence for your brother, for him to look up and see you do wonders for him.
I try to talk to them, but I just feel like it don't seep in. I mean, I know stuff seep in even when you don't see it, but I just feel like their minds are so gone. They just receive the message.
I'm hard-headed and nope, I don't learn. But I heard everything my mama said when she thought I was being hard-headed and I wasn't learning. I was learning like a motherfucker. I just had to get past my determination to do what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it, take the advice and make the wiser moves. I had to get that young fiery bull energy out first in order for me to relax into my older, more wiser view of the world. And the perception change allows me to walk a smoother path versus always in the upheaval at drama at every turn, because I can't control my fists or my temper.
Yeah, that's another thing. Even one of them, the younger two, the twins, they cool, but the second two, they really got anger. I mean, even as kids, I mean, I know we had a rough childhood, but they can't control themselves. They both of them got anger problems, and I'll be worried about them because of it.
Right. So the conversation you having with your brother is his ability to evolve into a higher self, a better version of itself. Just the fact that somebody tells him it's all right to be a better self, sometimes, because we don't give each other permission to do that because we don't know that it can change somebody's life. It's okay to be a better version of yourself. I'm going to support you in changing for the better. We don't hear that from people that we care about. To hear that make us feel more responsible to be a better version of ourselves for the people that love us and care about us and come see us when we lock the fuck down.
And I guess out that way neither. The way you said it is more easy to receive.
Yeah. It's so, like, some people just want somebody they love to give them permission to be better. And we'll never know it because they're not going to say, I need your permission for me to do better. They'll just look at you with puppy dog eyes, waiting on you to recognize that all they need is your permission to do better. It's okay for you to do better. You don't have to be part of the revolving door recidivism cycle of young black males, as they call us. You can be part of the EXC Entrepreneurs and get out and build a business because they used the time they was down to learn the business they want to the degree where they can't fail when they get out. That encouragement to them dudes that's in there. I mean, I talked to a lot of them and I gave them the permission to be their best self because I didn't know what to do to help them. All I could tell him is, man, if I could do anything, I'd like for you to be your best self. And a lot of them wrote me back from the streets, appreciative that I told them because nobody had never told them that. So when I talk to people that got people locked up, I let them know that sometimes just to hear you give them permission, it's all right for you to be a better version of yourself. It's all right for you to be part of a better class of people. Because read the Count of Monte Cristo. He started off in prison, but they couldn't tell he wasn't royalty when he was masquerading as a prince or as a count. because it's in the character. And that's the love that we exchange that helps us continue to, because the generational curse breaking is rooted in us patching the family bonds, the fruits of the tree, with the bonds of love, exchanging it freely.
And
Gratitude for it, and happy to give it.
I be feeling like they need that from my parents, but I know they can't get it from them. And
remember this.
Like, I'm the one that they look up to. I'm the one that took care of them when they was kids.
So you the parent, you the accumulation of both parents of one person.
Yeah, I felt that my whole childhood.
Right. That's why you have all of the functions and stuff, because you making up. By you making up for it, even if they hear, they'll eventually see where they can be better. You will end up affecting them by being you.
Yeah, my husband laughing because this is what he be telling me.
Yep. When you being your best self, and the woman greatest energy, the state to be in is mother, wife, housekeeper. Right? That energy that she's in as a mother nurturer, wife nurturer, and the housekeeper part is just her using up the excess nesting energy that comes with feeling that way about her children and her husband. Right? She'll start nesting. They say it's OCD, but it's not. It's you living in your love energy. You create the feng shui of the environment, and that's what make your husband come home to heaven on earth. And we won't want to be nowhere else. Fuck that big booty bitch down the street. That make you not want to go nowhere else, because you living in that prime attractive. That's the most attractive and alluring hypnotic energy for a man, is a woman to be in her mother wife mode. When she in that energy, he don't want to be nowhere else. That she creating heaven for him, that sacred place. That, like some women think it's slick. That's not what he's looking for. He can figure out 98% of the problems of the world if he can sit in a peaceful and comfortable environment. And that's how y'all come up together. Started from the bottom, the whole plan
really started from the bottom.
Yeah.
19, I was 15. We in our 30s now. We really came from nothing together.
Yeah. So that peace that you generate in that mode, and being a good sister facilitates you being that at home even better. You know, because as the big sister, you take on the role of the parents that was dysfunctional when y'all was born, and you learn from their dysfunction how to be functional.
And me and my sister always say that we learn from our parents what not to do, because they never taught what to do.
Yeah, and sometimes the default lesson of what not to do is more beneficial than teaching you what to do. We didn't come in this motherfucker with no handbook, but we can write one now. We can write one to pass on to the next parents that want to try to figure out how to not let the system consume their child.
Yeah,
you're never supposed to be. You're supposed to be in the system, but not of the system. The system is supposed to give you benefit. You're not supposed to benefit the system. You the prize. The system is the facilitator to you attaining the payout of the prize that you are. Use it to your advantage.
You sound like my husband. We had a son. My son just turned 3, so we had him 3 years ago. And a lot of people like look up to us how we raise him. They're like, "Oh, he's so smart. He's so this. He's so that." But it's because we don't follow the system. Yeah, and that's what I be trying to tell them. Y'all do with y'all kids what they tell y'all to do. We treat ours completely different.
Yeah, so that's from learning from the errors of the ones before you, so you don't have to repeat that dumbass shit. Who told them that the only way to get a child to cooperate is to whip their ass like they on a plantation? That's the most archaic shit, when you understand that children know how to think, and if you facilitate them thinking by having thoughtful conversation, they'll be able to tell you anything you need to know in short order. I know some years old that can tell you all their mama business.
Sound like my son. He just started, when he started, that was it. He can say everything. And that's
so
because you think you be talking.
Yeah, and that also your dream about your brother could be like a recognition of telepathic communication.
Yeah, that's what my husband was saying.
Because when you first start turning it on, you try to talk to the people that you think got a strong enough sympathy to you to hear you. And that could have been why when you told him, he hugged you in the second dream, because he's saying, damn, I can communicate.
Well, he hugged me in both dreams.
The
first
but
time he was crying,
the second dream was in response to you telling me about the first one. Yeah, twin pillars.
Yeah. I always, as a kid, I always dreamed about certain members of my family over and over again. And I'm like, is we thinking about each other or something? Because I'm always dreaming about you.
You might be the one with the most sympathetic link to all of them. Right? Because you got to remember, in our native culture, a lot of the times the mother couldn't perform the work. She passed the work to the big sister, the one that she felt was most capable. And in the spirit work, we've been taught to be spiritually confused. So if you start to straighten out your perception of the world view physically, mentally, and spiritually, your parents can surrender the responsibility of you to guide the rest of the children that you are the big sister to.
That's heavy as shit.
Yeah, that is heavy as shit. But I've always felt like I've had that responsibility. So
that means you've been training for it all of the time. You've been aware. You've been training. So now you time to activate the training by taking on the responsibility, and the payout is unbelievable.
It's a lot of us to get on with. So I don't got no small family. It's a lot of us to need to get our minds right.
Just start with one. Just each one teach one. When you feel like you taught that one, then pick another one. And guess what? When you pick the second one, the first one gonna pick one to teach. Just to each one teach one tag scenario. You ain't even have to tell him. As you learn, he gonna pick somebody that he want to tell the most. You already know, so by default, you have to tell somebody who don't know, because you teaching it to him.
I'm gonna go see him. You gonna have me have a conversation with him this morning. He's gonna be like, "Where's this coming? Where's this coming from? This is too much."
Have that conversation. Have that conversation. That's tribal talk. That's building family minds stronger. Have that talk. Make him say that shit. Have that talk.
I will.
Yeah. It's going to benefit the whole family, not just him and you. It's contagious. It's the power of love. And the family unit is a unit of strong love connections. And the more you have them, the more people want to be part of your family.
All you told me was you got a big job ahead. You got a big job ahead. You go get it done.
I could have told you that, but it's not as big as it sounded in the beginning, because when you get to the other side of it, you like, it was the most joyous job I ever did in my life. I didn't even feel like I was working.
Well, thank you for answering my question. I'm gonna get somebody else one.
Okay, you're welcome, sweetie.
Yeah.
Tell your husband I say peace to the God.
There you go.
Peace to the God. You the goat, Uncle Rod. You the goat.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later.